welcome back. If you recall, we had just finished up kind of simmering our clementines and our lemons, and then we had to let that sit for up to 12 hours, at least 12 hours. You can do longer, obviously, but at least 12 hours you want. Our next step, what we're doing, we have turned on the burner here, and what we're gonna do is we're just going to add, one sec. We are going to add 3 tablespoons of crystallized ginger, finely chopped, 3 tablespoons, and remember that's the produce department you look for, along with a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Very important that it's kosher salt. And we are just going to stir this in. And now what we have to do is we're going to bring this to a little rolling boil again, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 30 minutes. It's kind of a tedious process, but it's all worth it in the end. So we're gonna bring this up to a boil, and then we're just gonna let this simmer for about 30 minutes or so, and then the fun really begins. In the meantime, what I'm doing here in this pot, I have just placed 6 mason jars. This one's gonna be a little hot, but I just have 6 mason jars. This is about how much this recipe makes, 6 of these. I placed them in here, and you want the water to be warm, but you don't want it to boil. The point is you just want your jars to be warm when you fill them much later. Word to the wise, I don't know if anybody's done this before. I purchased this little guy, because apparently it's essential to have if you're canning or pickling or doing anything. But what I have found is it does not fit into any pot unless it's a specific canning pot that they want you to purchase. Kind of bummed me out at first, and then I thought, well, what the heck, I'm sure Mrs. Walton and, Little House on the Prairie lady did not need this to make jam, so I figured I could do it without. And turns out you can. So word to the wise, just know that. Anyway, I will see you in about 30 minutes. Bye. Hello, welcome back. So our rinds have been cooking for about 30 minutes or so now. Now is kind of the final step. Our jars are heating. We're going to add, we're going to add 4.5 cups of sugar to this. To our Clementine lemon mix. I know, 4.5 cups, it seems crazy, but it actually works. And then lastly, pardon me for leaving, we're gonna stir in 2 teaspoons of this amazing